Grand Rising, good people. How are we this rising? I sure pray that you've already said your prayers and read your Bible. It'll make your day go much better, I promise. So, let's go back to where we ended off yesterday. In the yard playing with Phyllis and her friends and playing hide and seek, and I've been caught. And now they're ripping my clothes off. So I'm screaming. If anybody knows me, I have a big mouth. So I'm screaming and I'm loud. My shirt's already ripped. They're trying to get my shorts off. And like I said, I'm loud, so I'm screaming and I get punched in the face. Of course, I stop screaming, but I get a bruise. And Phyllis is already knowing. Mary is going to want to know what happened to her. Why did she get a bruise? And she's going to want to know why my shirt's ripped. After I get punched, she tells them that they have to go. They got to leave. So she's trying to figure out what to do. Because, Miss Mary's doing whatever it is at church. At least I think she is anyway. But that's what she says. She's at church, so that's where she's at. Um, so we're going in the house now. And I'm trying to figure out what just happened. What was that about? I've never, how they do it now. They try to teach children about touching and all of the things. Nobody ever talked to me about nothing like that. I didn't know what was happening to me. I didn't understand what was happening, or why. So we go inside, um, and I'm scared of Phyllis at this point because I don't know what just happened, but I know she punched me in my face, and now she's pretty much making it my fault. She's saying things like, "Well, you wanted to play with us." Yeah, I wanted to play, but I didn't know that that's what I was playing. I'm not saying that, but that's what I'm feeling. I wanted to play, but I didn't know that y'all were doing that, whatever that was. And so she's pretty much convinced me that if I wouldn't have wanted to play with them, this wouldn't have happened to me. So I'm learning. Stay away from Phyllis. Play by yourself. Mary took forever to come home that day. Um, I was asleep by the time she came in. I don't know what Phyllis told her as far as why my clothes were ripped. But as far as my face, we were playing in the backyard and she ran and she hit one of those branches out there. I couldn't say anything. See, back in the 70s, children were spoken. They only spoke when spoken to. We weren't really given that opportunity to just say, "Nah, that's a lie. She punched me in my face because they were trying to rip my clothes off." I was a scary little girl. I really was. I was scary. And so I didn't know what to say. I just let it go. But I knew that I needed to stay away from her. I know she's my babysitter, but I got to play by myself, let her play with her friends, and I'll just play by myself. Let's just say that the encounter rather, that I had with her and her friends, it continued, but it continued with her. Like I said before, I used to like to play house. Playing house was fun for me. And it seemed like Phyllis was trying to get on my good side and try to make me feel comfortable again with her. Interestingly enough, I kind of did. You know what? I'm 7. I don't know. Um, I kind of started feeling a little better around her, I guess. It didn't, nothing else happened for a while. Um, this one day, Mary's gone again, and I'm playing house, but I'm playing by myself. I got my baby dolls and everything. So Phyllis said, she came in, she wanted to play house with me. I kind of felt okay because it was something I wanted to play. And so she was going to play with me. And I knew playing house was harmless and it was fun for me. So we can play house. But this day she changed the rules a little bit. She said, "Well, let's play house, but you should be the baby and I can be the mommy." Now normally when I play house, I'm the mommy because I'm usually playing by myself. But she says something that intrigued me. She goes, "Don't you want to be the baby? You get to drink from the bottle and everything." And for some reason, that seemed fun. I'm like, oh my gosh, I get to drink from the baby bottle. Okay. So we're going to play house and I get to be the baby and she's going to be the mommy. We're playing. Everything's going fine. Well, just so happens, as we're playing, she tells me, you supposed to cry because babies cry. So I'm crying. And I'm thinking I'm going to get the baby bottle. And she says, "Well, babies, newborn babies, they don't drink from the bottle first." So y'all know where she said they drink from. So she's holding me like a baby. And now she's going to breastfeed me. I don't want to do that. Do it. She shoved my face onto her. She wanted me to bite it. She wanted me to suck it. I guess I should say trigger warning. I don't know. These are my first videos. Just telling my story. I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. So she goes, okay, you don't have to be the baby. I'll be the mommy and you be the daddy. Well, I don't really know what daddies do. I'm not around mine, so I don't really know. But she made it seem harmless. She's like, daddies go to work and they make the money from mommies so the mommy can take care of the babies. Oh, okay, good. I'll be going to work. So good. I don't have to be here with you. That's my thought. Well, daddies do come home from work. And when they come home from work, when they come home from work, they want to hug and kiss mommy. So now it's bedtime. Get in the bed now because, it's bedtime. We get in the bed and, well, remember, I'm daddy. So daddies do different things to mommies. She knew I didn't like the breastfeeding part. I don't know why she thought I'd like the rest of what she was trying to do, but she forced me. I could still smell it, taste it. I'm 55 years old. It was pink and nasty looking. And she's forcing my face down there. I don't want to play with Phyllis no more. I don't like her. I don't like Phyllis. I don't like her. I don't want to play with her. I don't want to be near her. And I hated that she was my babysitter. And I didn't have a voice. I couldn't really say anything. Because Phyllis would punch me and hit me and do things to make sure I kept my mouth shut. Well, let's just say that continued for a while. My attitude starting to change as well. Initially, I was a sweet, mannerable young lady. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Always smiling. Now I'm not smiling anymore because Phyllis was there all the time. And I'm hating her. I don't like her. I wanted to go up the street and stay with Pebbles and her grandparents, or her grandfather, really, because Miss Mary and her grandmother were always at the church. So I started asking, could I go to Phyllis's house? Pebbles' house, so that I can stay with her and her granddaddy. I was able to go a couple of times, but for the most part, Miss Mary wanted me to be at home because when she gets home, it's going to be late and she needs me to go to bed. I don't want to go to bed because I have to go to bed with Phyllis. I don't want to be down here with her because I'm starting to change. I'm starting to not listen, as they say. I'm starting to get more whoopings. It was this jump rope that I used to have. It was an orange jump rope, plastic. Miss Mary started using that jump rope to whoop me with it because I'm not listening. I'm being disrespectful. I don't care because I couldn't speak and I was frustrated because I couldn't do anything. But this girl is down here every day and I want her to go home. Sister would come over, Phyllis's mom, and I'd be like, you gonna take Phyllis home with you? She wants to go home with you. But she didn't. Phyllis ended up moving in. Apparently, Phyllis was getting trouble at home. She was getting in trouble where she was. So now she's here. And now I'm getting in trouble because I'm starting to be more and more disrespectful. I'm not listening. Phyllis is getting me in trouble. One day, Phyllis was watching Pebbles and we're not allowed to play in the house for real, especially not with no ball or anything. Phyllis, like I told you in the earlier videos, back in the day, they had little knickknacks and little bric-a-bracs everywhere, lots of glass stuff. And Phyllis is deciding to play in the house with us, me and Pebbles. And I'm okay with this because Pebbles is here, so nothing's going to happen. Phyllis breaks the cabinet The ball goes through the cabinet, it breaks. She turns to Pebbles and I and say, well, I'm going to say y'all broke it. We are crying because I tell you, back then, we didn't have a say-so. They didn't listen to us. So she and I are bawling. We are bawling our eyes out because we know we're going to get in trouble. Then all of a sudden she goes, come here, Pebbles. You so pretty. Don't worry. I'm not going to say you broke it. I'm going to say Carla broke it. And you got to say it too. So I'm crying. I'm crying even harder. Pebbles just looking at me. Phyllis looking at me. Nobody cares that I'm crying. And when Miss Mary got home, I got my butt toe up for something I didn't even do. For something I didn't even do. You may be wondering, why is this woman going back in time telling all of these stories? Because all of these stories molded me into the person that I turned out to be. The woman that wanted to end her own life and who tried several times. I was starting to hate myself because apparently it's got to be me, the reason why these things are happening to me. I want others to know that when you are abused, it is not your fault. But the Most High can help you if you trust Him and believe in His word. So I'm going to continue with my journey because trust and believe I'm still healing. I can remember these stories as if they happened yesterday. And I don't want them to affect me the way that they have been. So instead of writing my book, and I still probably will write the book because there's a lot of things I'm not saying. But this is kind of like my rough draft of my book with the videos. So that is why I'm doing this. But I can still smile. I still feel blessed. And I want others to know you can do that. You can get through it. My pastor always say, you've managed to get through 100% everything you've been through. Didn't kill you. You're still here. So I need to get off of here because Pastor Kofi is live and I need to be on his live sessions. I enjoy his live sessions so much. He's helped me learn a lot and I'm so thankful that the Most High has allowed me to find him. So that being said, have a blessed day. And remember, the Most High is there. He's waiting for you. Have a blessed day.